Hello, this is the Mazda CX-5 Akera. It's currently the top spec CX-5 on sale in South Africa, and with its 2.2 litre turbo diesel engine and all-wheel drive, it costs 513,700 Rand. Now, during its extended test with us, we thought, why not put it on a really long journey? So we started in Cape Town, went around Lesotho and back to Cape Town. So 4,000 kilometers in just 4 days. What we did discover on our long trip was that the Mazda CX-5 sporty nature on roads like this or in the city is really good. You know, it holds speed, you're confident through the corners, and when other cars sort of brake and accelerate, you hold your speed, and that's really good for efficiency. But on bumpy roads on the long journey, when it's patchy tarmac, it can get a little tiresome.
The CX-5 has one of the most powerful turbo diesel engines in its class, with 129 kilowatts and 420 Newton meters of torque. That outshines the Toyota RAV4 by some margin and is on par with the Ford Kuga. The strong engine made overtaking on our long trip especially easy, and the cruise control button was definitely the most used button on the steering wheel. During the course of the trip, the CX-5 averaged 7.7 liters per 100 kilometers, which we thought was reasonable considering the SUV was fully loaded. The CX-5 has slightly less space for passengers than the competition, particularly in the rear, but the seats are comfortable for long periods of time. Despite the smaller cabin, I was still able to get my bike, all its paraphernalia, and other bits of luggage into the back once the seats were folded down.
A few things I found particularly useful on my long journey were the adaptive headlights, which automatically dip the beams when oncoming traffic seen. You just hit the button once and leave it completely. There's 2 USB ports in here for charging more than one device, and this model comes with navigation, so when you're in the middle of the country, that's particularly useful. Now, all of those features are standard on this CX-5 Akera. Mazda does offer a strong service plan with its cars. You get 3 years worth of service no matter what the mileage you do, but does require an oil change after 10,000 kilometers, and you need it serviced after 15,000 kilometers. Mazda South Africa seems to be doing really well with the CX-5. It's the 4th best selling SUV in South Africa for the first half of 2016. And I've really enjoyed it. I like the engine, I like the looks, and most of the time I like the ride. But just don't make me do 4,000 kilometers again.
Should you buy a CX-5? Well, it's better spec than the competition, with a rear view camera and navigation at no additional cost, and it's even a little bit cheaper than the rest. You're getting a spacious family SUV that has better specification levels than its nearest rivals. In fact, the only thing I would want from its rivals are the heated seats and adaptive cruise control from the Ford Kuga, but even that is an optional extra on the Ford. Right now, the CX-5 is a great option in this segment.